Show. I'm your host, Abel Sunday. The FIFA World Cup 2026 continues to deliver excitement. Clash between Qatar and Switzerland. Can the host of the 2022 World Cup make a statement on football's biggest stage, or will the Swiss show their tournament experience? And in Group D, we will analyze the impressive squad of the United States and Paraguay. Will the Americans emerge as the genuine contender, or is it still too early to tell that? Joining me in the studio is media and sports marketing professional Josiah Delight Amedu. Also with us from the Asian city of Benin is the Abracadabra of Sport Erujon. From Lagos, Oluwatobiloba Bodunde. And finally from Ibadan, we have Opeyemi. This is P&B World Cup Show. Countdown is the World Cup show reaching live from the nation's capital, and I've been joined by Josiah Amedu, a media professional marketing. Thank you so much for joining us again. This is day 3, Josiah.
It's been exciting. We can see that nobody has been beaten with a wide margin. Tells you how ready some teams are. Just a team 1-2-1, 1-1, and all the scores shows how ready people are in groups. Groups will be very, apart from the 3-1, I think 4-1 lost by USA against Paraguay. It just tells you that the Mundial is going to be an exciting one. Nobody should be taken for granted in their group levels. This is just the first experiment of testing how you are ready. As the event progresses in groups, then we'll now know who actually will receive the boys from the men from the kindergarten.
Okay, you've created your own note now. Normally, from the boys to men, now we have a kindergarten.
Because
I want a certain South Africa might fall there.
Yes, because there are some Kula Balu complained that there are some who are under 16.
Yes.
And they are playing at the world top level. Well, I don't think any such thing should be a problem, but FIFA has its own rules that you don't play at the level where there's an age grade condition that qualifies you to go from 18. I think from 18 you are free to play at the top level of soccer. Well, it's an exciting Mundial so far. US has shown that they are ready. Just only for Canada, who actually yesterday couldn't run around Serbia, Herzegovina. Well, we'll keep watching, keep tapping up, and keep reporting what we can tell the audience to hear. Okay,
well said. I think we have Toby Loba from Lagos. Toby, good afternoon. How is Sheimaki this Ibadan, right? Why so this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Mr. Abel. Thanks for having me this afternoon. Lagos is quite sunny, everywhere, but due to the World Cup fever, we are still true.
Well said. I also have the Ibracadabra of sports. We call him that because he brings magic to sports analysis. We have Eru John, all the way from the ancient city of Benin. Eru, good afternoon. Edo is shining.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. Abel. I will see that Edo is always shining.
The flyover at Ramat is dead to Edo people's heart, and that's why you guys have to give President Ahmed Tinubu 2.5 million votes next come election. Isn't it?
We are planning on increasing the number to 3.5 million.
Okay, well said.
That's the population of the district.
All right, and we'll have to move down to Ibadan. I will have Opeyemi from Ibadan. Opey, how is Ibadan this afternoon? Do you have Opey with us? Okay, probably he's going to join us. Okay, let's start from the main game yesterday. We saw what Canada and Bosnia did yesterday. I don't know. Maybe I should start from them before I come to you. You just give a roundup.
I give you the privilege of
let's start from them. Since they are our visitors, let's start from them. Okay, let me start from. Let's go to the Asian city of Benin. We saw what Canada and the outcome of Canada and Bosnia yesterday. Did Canada drop 2 valuable points, or was a draw a fair result for Canada?
Even the Canadians tell you that they were not impressed by the result yesterday. You cannot, that was a complete picture for one of the worst creations for the World Cup tournament 2026, and in presence of the home pass, it got two valuable points like that established. So we cannot say that was a good one. That was not. It was not an impressive result for the Canadians. I rather think Bosnia and Herzegovina will rather have their heads up high after that game, not because they drew, but at least they were able to salvage the points and they were able to go home with something, having played against Canada in front of the home fans. As I will always tell you, there is the home advantage in competitions like this, not necessarily from the arbitration angle, but you are playing in presence of your fans, you are playing in presence of your countrymen, in your home support. They are the 12th man on the pitch. And it's sad that Canada did not utilize that opportunity and that advantage to grab the win. We saw what Mexico and the US did, which are almost. Mexico delivered the 2-0 win over South Africa, and USA delivered the 4-1 win over Paraguay. These are things you get not just with your playing abilities, which is the major factor, but also impressive work for the home fans to watch. To be nice. So I don't think Canadians are very happy. But then at some point in time, they will also not be so angry because if they had lost, it would have been a total disaster. So overall, I think kudos.
Okay, well said. Please, can you guys do me a favor? If you are not talking, just help me to mute your mic, please. Just help me to mute your mic so that we will not have interference from the background. Thank you so much. Okay, let me go to Toby. I think Ope just joined us now. Ope, good afternoon. How is it on this afternoon? Okay, let's go over to Toby. Toby, are you with me? Okay, okay, Toby. If you look at the appearance since in World Cup history, I'm talking about the Canadians. The first time they appeared in the World Cup, it was 1986, and the second time was Qatar 2022. But looking at the history of their, I don't think anybody will really for them, because they are not a football nation, to be honest, based on the appearance in the World Cup. What can you take out of these two this article, the 1-1 draw against Bosnia?
What I can say about the match is, like, from the beginning, Canada is not like a footballing country. They are not like let's say that I don't think they are even with category of football. But with their new system of bringing young players from other origins playing for Canada, and I expect them to perform better than this 1-1 draw with Bosnia, because they struggled for most of the match, because the Bosnia team have been compact from the defense. They were well organized. Though Jonathan David missed a golden shot for them, but due to the experience of Frank Lanning, he came off the bench and started the draw for the Canadian in front of the outcome. I think it's like a step, because Rome was not this way. Step by step, they actually get there. But I don't think they have the power to go for any competition.
Okay, well said. I think do we have Ope now with us before I come back to the studio? Do we have Ope? Ope, are you there with us now? Okay, Ope, I think the network is trying to play pranks with us, but thank God we are back. But Ope, I was asking, what, in your own opinion, what was the biggest positive from Canadians' performance yesterday? Considering the fact that they were a goal down and they came back, what was the biggest positive for you in the game yesterday?
I think if you look at the contest, the looking score for both sides first half, and they were able to get and struggle for the point. I think it actually shows how resilient they can be with.
Are you there? I think the network is kind of playing pranks with us. But let me come back to you, Josiah. Yesterday you said it even before we left the studio. Remember, you said Canada, but that you predicted and it was right. I think we need to give you yes, we need to give you we need to give you your flowers, and of course you have to win a cash prize for that, because you predicted and it was correct yesterday. You said 1-1, that game is going to end between Canada and Bosnia, and that was exactly what happened. But think Bosnia going first, taking the lead, and Canada fought from behind and equalized that game, and they have a 1-1 draw. But looking at the pedigree of Canada, like I said earlier, this is their third World Cup so far in their history so far. But do you think there's any possible way forward? Do you think they can, with this one point that they've already to, this is their own first point ever in their history so far in the World Cup? They've never gotten even a point before. But with this, don't you think they're starting on a very right, on a good note?
Well, somebody just spoke my mind earlier that you don't run a race winning a race of a medal when you are not in the big time players in the world. You start gradually. He said something very fundamental. The Canadian national team, or the Canada, is not a football playing nation, but right now they are gradually infusing themselves into a world class nation for football, just like how America started, and America now cannot be ruled out. I think the best America had is the third place placement in World Cup, and that's how they started. Gradually, they build up capacity, and today they are not the pushover. Well, Canada will be, they relied on Jonathan David, who actually and one of their powerhouses, one of his young lad, but they couldn't make it. A tree does not make a forest. It takes a combination of the team formation and what the coach is putting on the pitch. And we saw, FIBA rating is they are 20. FIFA rating they are 20, and World Cup appearance is not. This is the third time. It gives them a room for a better improvement. A third time appearance is not a joke. Not many countries have appeared at the World Cup for a third time, and now also
Nigeria has done more than that, which will surpass them.
Well, that is Nigeria. We're talking about the South American and the South. Now to Bosnia and Herzegovina, they have someone who only is a Trojan. We're talking about Edin Dzeko, who has played good football in Europe. Apart from that, in these qualifiers to this World Cup in 2026, they edged out one of the most powerful football nation, Italy, 1-1, after beating Wales in one of their championship. So beating Italy alone by Bosnia is not a small thing. It means that they are compact. It means that they are ready to go. Somebody predicted before I came on air yesterday to say my mind. He said it was going to be a 2-1 Canada. I said no. They have a similar quality and a similar opportunities in terms of when you look at the number of players here that can play and the number of players here that can play. And given their qualifiers to this World Cup championship, you see that they didn't actually do well. They were not in the radar of the committee of sportsmen to rate them that they might be able to make a good impact. Canada, one of the things, like somebody said, that I agree with, you cannot have that kind of home court, like we call it in basketball, home court advantage, or have a home court advantage, or have a home advantage. Yes, having the crowd, having everybody, just like what we saw, like somebody said also, Mexico took advantage of the South Africans, gave them 2-0. The Americans too. I knew that the Americans were going to take opportunity of that crowd to do justice to their participation and hosting. Like I said, Mexico is hosting to probably to want to win. So also United States of America. America doesn't host anything without having a focus at the end result of at least getting something to be at the podium. They might not be the one to win the World Cup, but at least they might be at the podium, becoming third. So what is the plan of Canada? Canada should have a very, very strategic plan with their team. But mostly you see most of their players, they're all like as if they hired them from nations. So there is nothing to tell you about that. This is strictly at the Canadian, and they have a system that they can follow. Like if you see Mexico has a football league. Canada does not have that kind of league. Bosnia, I think they have a league. Check most of the people that are doing well at this World Cup. They are people that have at least a similarly strong league, and also their players are playing their trades abroad.
True. From their record, you will tell that yes, they are not a footballing nation, to be honest, because the first time they qualified was 1986. The second time was Qatar 2022. You could see the distance. And then now, okay, let me come to you, Eru. The both, as you were talking about Bosnia, did Bosnia show enough quality to believe they can qualify from the group stage from your own end, or?
One of the days I was talking to you about the group, the Canada group, and Bosnia. I said something. The Bosnia and Herzegovina to me, I don't think they have much quality to qualify from the group, because this is my own personal opinion. They have just a few players that are that are fake class. For example, Eddie Dzeko. I was surprised he's still playing actively. 40 years. Actively playing football at 40. He's playing football. And you can tell already that age is no longer on side, footballing wise. There's limits to what he will be able to offer to the team. But like the man in the studio just said, they have players who are obviously of the same level. They can only try to create an impression, in my own opinion. They can only try to create an impression. They can only try to play as underdogs, to play as dark horses. But their chances of advancing further in the tournament are quite slim. And just like the game against Canada, they could only salvage the draw of the game. Despite taking the lead in the game early on. It tells you the kind of quality that the team is. No disrespect to Bosnia, but personally, I do not see Bosnia and Herzegovina going so far in the tournament.
Okay, let me come to Ope before I go back to Lagos when we have Toby. Ope, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me give you the, because you've not spoken since. So, which team which team will be happier with the point gained yesterday, the 1-1 draw? Which team do you think will go home happier? Is it the Canadians or the Bosnians?
Well, just like I mentioned just the beginning, I think the way the Canadians defeated yesterday, it created lots of transports. They were very, very wasteful, and they were all going to the final thought. So I think if they can improve on their being more clinical, I think they can actually go into the long term. But for the Bosnian side, it's going to be more difficult for them to play against tougher teams. If you don't say, because they are going to find it very, very difficult, for their defense to very, very compact game ball. Because looking at the Canadians, if they were very, very clinical in the first half, they could have actually defeated Bosnia. Because I saw the game and they created more chances than them. The likes of those who actually have played for and place of Villarreal was actually very, very good yesterday. I think I love what the coach did. Talking about the Canadian coach. But next time I want to see him starting Glenn Larry and who actually together. Jonathan David they have not been so good. This guy has been on bed for God knows how long when it comes to time. So he needs to be on the bench. Who actually and Larry starting up front. Canada wants to go back.
Okay, well said. Toby, are you there with me? Toby, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you share some sentiment with Opeyemi?
I can hear you.
Okay. Do you share some sentiment with Opeyemi?
He said.
I said, do you share some sentiment with Opeyemi? I'm saying that the 1-1 draw yesterday. Which of the teams will be happier with it? Is it the Canada team or the Bosnian team? Which of the team do you think is happy with the 1-1 draw?
The Canadian team, I think, will be angry with themselves because of their 2 points loss. Because due to them being part of the host nation, they expect them to turn up. Because they expected of them to turn up and win the match against Bosnia, because Bosnia power with in football nation also. But Canadian being Canadian and nation, they are not top tier, they are not second tier, they are not like the third tier. They are like the Republic of African country. They are like the Niger Republic of the African country. So we don't expect them to just play people there and they walk away match with them. Bosnia were very compact that match. They were very organized. drew a goal from losing. We went ahead, but due to the
Yeah, I think we're having some network. Listen, against. I think for. Oh. Okay. Well said, Toby. Though we lost you a bit, but before I come back to Amedu, let me get from you. Let me get from let me hear from you. How does this result affect the group B? How does it affect the group B? This 1-1 draw. How does it affect the group B? Before I come to Maoga here in the studio, probably give us the icing on the cake before we move to the next game.
The results, the 1-1 draw clearly states that the group is very open, still very, very open. We still have Qatar and Switzerland in that group. This draw places both Canada and Bosnia on 1 point each. That is still very open, doesn't give anybody an undue advantage just yet. It is still very wide open. The chances are still very open to everything. It is open to Canada and also Canada, it is open to Bosnia, it is open to Switzerland, it is open to Qatar. What this only means for both Canada and Bosnia is that going into their second and third matches respectively, they have to up their game for their chances to qualify. Because I think Qatar, for me, Qatar and Switzerland are tougher opponents for Bosnia. This is my own opinion. I think Qatar and Switzerland are tougher opponents. Like I mentioned, I think Switzerland, in my own opinion, may be the favorite in that group. Yeah, going by history and how well they are playing. So I think this leaves Bosnia in a tight spot because they have to now do something spectacular against the likes of Switzerland, against the likes of Qatar. And also Canada, on the other hand, they now have the race to run against Switzerland and Qatar to be able to at least qualify from the group being a co-host nation of the World Cup. So for now, the group is still very open until we see the result of the match between Switzerland and Qatar. And then we can now begin to say, oh, this is where the group is headed. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay, so Josiah, do you? I don't know. Let me get your input on that. Do you think?
Like he said, I also want to buy into his analysis. From what is on my table here, it talks about the balance of the quality of football, and most of them are rated down the aisle of the ladder of teams that are doing well. If you see if you see Qatar, if they should make it, they are 55th ranked. That's to tell you that their football has only gone up. And then you see Canada is still at the bottom 20. They seem to look as if they have one of the best ranking with Bosnia. Apart from that, every other team seems to be at the down ladder. But however, this group seems to be very weak
group, yes. But maybe the team that wants it most might
just take it.
Yes.
Canada has not really shown hosting to win, and that's what pains me. And the lackadaisical approach to their game is uncalled for. But eventually, they just want to maintain this kind of level of temperature, as we'll see as they go. But they look very, very comfortable to top the group. If should Qatar and the match that were at Switzerland ends in a draw, then it's really properly now open. But if should any Qatar or Switzerland should win this match for today, I think on today or tomorrow, then and they head the group, then it's going to be very difficult for Canada and also for Bosnia. There will be that Qatar who hosted 2022, and they didn't go much in the best they could give us was just being at the group stage. They didn't bother because they were hosting just to expose Qatar to the wall, to the very tourism of potential. They were not really there to just come and showcase football. They were only there
for business.
Yes, and they got what they wanted, and that was what brought the scandal that some of these top weeks in the FIFA group then that had this Michel Platini and the rest of them, after being given the hosting right, it caused them a lot of problems. But be that as it may, let's go back to the group. I just see that this group is going to be tight. And eventually, in the second game, we might see them change their tactics, change their strategy, and then see whether they can come up with something better.
Well, September they are playing safe. This is the first game. They are playing safe. But let's go over to Ibadan and let's ask. Okay, since we're talking about the Qatar versus Switzerland game that's supposed to go today, Papa, is this a must-win game for both teams after the Canada and Bosnia draw? I'm talking about Qatar versus Switzerland. Okay, let me get your thought on that.
For the Qatar against tonight, don't forget the game with last one people to go for that was 4 years ago that there's another one. But it's going to be a different ball game entirely tonight because Switzerland, they've got the quality, they have better quality than that of Qatar. Because looking at Qatar, most of their players, or let's say some of their players, they are not, of Qatar, Qatari origin. So it's going to be very, very, very difficult for Qatar because Switzerland, they've got the experience. Because some of the players they using over the years, they are still existing. So they have the experience that's more than that of Qatar. So tonight, the likes of Granit Xhaka of Sunderland, they have that way of Dr. Perez. This guy has played at Bologna. So there are a lot of very, very good players. Also, Baga, so they have very, very good players. They are both financially one of the best players. Talking about the crucial keeper. Talking about Kobe is actually very. So tonight, they are going to finish to higher in that. So definitely, they are still winning and beating Qatar.
Okay, let's go over to Ibadan and let's talk to Toby. Toby, can Qatar handle the pressure of carrying the hope of the Arab world? Can they do that, Toby? Toby, can you? I said, can Qatar handle the pressure of carrying the Arab? I said, can Qatar handle the pressure of carrying the hope of the Arabian world? Can they handle the pressure? Because I think they are representing. Yeah, can they carry the pressure?
I don't think Qatar is coming to this World Cup to just like the other last World Cup that the World Stage. It was definitely on the wrong side of footballing. They are also not a football nation, and I think there is nothing coming out of the match. I believe they have the upper hand winning their first match, and it's against Qatar, and I think they are going all out. So Qatar is be like the whipping boys of the so-called group. Canada is beating them. Bosnia will also beat them. They are going on with 0 points. That's my own opinion, but
okay.
I don't think.
Okay, let's go back to Benin as we meet the Bracadabra of sport. Eru, if you look at the Qatar history or performance so far in the World Cup, this is their second time in their history that they are going for the World Cup. The first time was the one they host, which is 2022, and they qualified them because of the hosting right. So automatically, this is the first time they are going through the route of qualification and they're able to come to US, Canada, and Mexico 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup. But looking at their past record with Switzerland's tournament experience proved decisive in this game, considering the fact that Qatar have never even won any game in the World Cup. I think the first time they attended, they played Ecuador, they lost 2-0, they played Senegal, they lost 3-1, and they played Netherlands and they lost 2-0. That was the one they hosted though. So do you think the experience of Switzerland will be decisive in this game?
Yes, and there's something I always say, this is football, anything can happen. That is a staple factor. But also, when we do analysis like this, we bank on precedents, bank on history, we bank on trajectory. And like it has been established, Qatar is not so good when it comes to football. But I want us to take something into consideration. In 2023, they got qualified by virtue of being hosts. But this time around, they went through the route of qualification. And they qualified, and now they're in the World Cup. Not forget, so many countries played for qualification. How are down in Nigeria to not qualify? So
you don't need to say that. I'm aware. You don't need to say that. I know.
So it seems a lot on their part. But going against Switzerland, looking at the pedigree that Switzerland has as compared to Qatar, looking at the experience, the caliber of players, I don't think Qatar stands a chance against Switzerland. Why I do not support my brother that said we are going on with 0 points in this tournament. I don't think so.
You might call the draw.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Well, something like you said, the run to qualifiers is also a determinant why your football is.
Yeah.
Within I think that is the Arab.
It shows that you have improved. Before now they are unable to qualify from that region, but now they qualified. Not that they
are also a problem to the Arabian or the Asian group that they are, and they did very well to qualify for this in their group. They were before they qualify for the World Cup for 2026. So you don't call them a pushover. And let me just say something here. I am also part of a process of 2022 Qatar, when in 10 years before the 2022 Mondial, the Qatarians started a process of aspire when they knew that their football was not at that top level. They were going around Africa and they were going around Europe to start an academy. And at that time, they began to nurture stars, either for business, either for the country. But at the end of it all, Qatar became a hub for youth development and soccer. And so even FIFA had to acknowledge their development. So most of the players you see today from Qatar, they are not just like other people that you go and pick Africans and put in there. They had a development and they are going gradually. They hosted because they wanted to showcase their plan for their football development and also for their business development. Don't do football without any profiting. It doesn't make sense. So I want to give them kudos for qualifying back to back.
Yeah.
Some people didn't make it at all. And so you don't give those players a pushover. Then they are playing the tactics of 4-3-3, a very difficult formation that no other, even as experienced as other teams are to this World Cup, they're not playing that kind of formation.
Yeah.
Very deadly formation because they manage to come with a gradual midfield build up, and if they can just get you at the counter, it just take you up.
Okay, let's go over to Ibadan. And okay, I want to ask you this: which player could be the difference maker in this match? I'm talking about Qatar versus Switzerland. Which of the players do you think will make a difference?
Yeah, I think I don't want to mention. I think I'll mention like 2 to 3 players.
Asim Madibo.
I think the fourth player is going to be Dan. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, I think Dan Ndoye of Tottenham Forest should be able to like make the difference. Also, Vargas of Sevilla. I think these 2 players are going to be the difference tonight. Dan Ndoye and Vargas of Sevilla.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, let's move to Lagos. Toby, can you hear me? Toby, are you there? It's like okay, Toby, do you expect a caution contest do you expect a caution contest or an attacking game? Do you think they will just hold on and play this defensive game and everybody just want to play safe? Do you think or they will come out on each other? I want to know, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Between Qatar and Switzerland.
Yes, between Qatar and Switzerland.
I think Switzerland will be. Yeah, Switzerland will be on the front foot from the very first minute of the match, because you know how dangerous they are in attacking. They are stacked on the midfield and attacking.
Yeah.
Like my bro from Barcelona. They have Embolo. And Embolo and Pili, best player for Switzerland. I can't say for his top level, but for the country Switzerland, he has been performing extraordinarily well. And I don't think that will be bad, because the pressure will be too much for them if they back first maybe. I think you try to move further out the pitch. Compact in the midfield, probably they can win your 50-50 match. And like he said, John said, he said, this is football, anything can happen. So they might think they have something to give. And I think if they come, they are going on with not less than 4-0. But at least they will try. That's my opinion.
4-0. That's a lot. The Ibrahimovic spot. Okay, 4-0. Ibrahimovic spot. I want to. Do you share some sentiment with them?
It's not this. I'm not this sentimental. I don't buy into it. I don't buy that scoreline.
I also disagree with that scoreline.
I don't think Switzerland can defeat Qatar 4 goals.
4 goals to lead, you know.
Okay.
Like don't be 2-1 or 3-2, 2-1 or 3-2.
All right. But it's possible. Yes, I remember. Yes, I can agree with you, Toby. But Toby, don't worry. I think on Monday we're going to talk about this. I want to bring this thing back. If actually your predictions are correct,
that crystal ball is faulty. Well, I don't want to believe so because they're all equally weighed in terms of in the balance.
But Josiah, everything is possible.
No, see, I agree with you because of the Swedish experience at the World Cup.
Yes,
they have had more attendance at the World Cup.
Yes,
and the Swedish football is more very tactical because they play on stamina. They are very fit, and that's one thing I like with the Swedish. They play like the Greek national team. So if you don't have stamina to play the Swedish team, they'll mess you up. I have to agree with that, but for the score to be 4-0, 4-0, no, I don't think so. All right.
I think it's been exciting so far since we started the show. It's time for us to go on a short break. When we come back, definitely we are going to go over to the United States versus Paraguay game that ended 4-1 yesterday. We'll tell everything about it, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The countdown World Cup show reaching live from the nation's capital, and it has been fun since 1 p.m. till now. We'll have Josiah here in the studio with me talking football ever since. I know every time we have Josiah around, it's always fire in the studio. And also we'll have the Bracadabra sport of the from Asian City of Benin. We'll also have Opeyemi from Ibadan, and also Toby Loba from Lagos. These guys have been wonderful since we started. But let's move over to the United States versus Paraguay game. Let's start from the Bracadabra sport, Eru. With did Pochettino's system click, or did Paraguay just fall apart defensively? You remember we talked about this. Hello, are you there with me?
Yes, I'm here with you.
Did you get my question?
Yes, I heard you clearly.
So
for me, I think one thing that played out yesterday or in the early hours of today that we saw is a United States side that is ready to compete. You know, we had a conversation about this before.
Yeah.
I told you that so many things are going to play in favor of the United States. One, they have a good coach in the person of Mauricio Pochettino. They have the leadership experience to take the team to a greater height than it is now. Two, we have seen over time that the United States has actually invested so much in their football. From a non-footballing nation that we need them to be, we have seen them begin to compete, we have seen them begin to do so many crazy things, and they've actually been improving over time. And three, the fact that they are a host nation as far as this tournament is concerned. I told you one time on this show that these three components of factors are going to be very important for them. We are also seeing that the United States have moved from a team that has just Stan Pulisic at the time, who was just the main man, to a few other talented players now on that team. We saw the young man that scored 2 goals yesterday for Larry Balogun. That's another very interesting talent. So these components put together for me make a factor in their convincing win over Paraguay. I don't think Paraguay will just get let me speak preaching. In the Paraguay don't come break melon for the team. They also came to play. They also came to win. They qualified for a reason. But I just think the United States team, which is now being slowly being talented, Salah Adams and a couple of others, have just clicked for me, in my own opinion. And then with the introduction of Pochettino as the coach, Pochettino is a very experienced manager. That is a manager that has coached Tottenham, and has coached Paris Saint-Germain, that has coached Chelsea. They have been up there. So the experience, the wealth of experience that he brings to the team is just like when Super Eagles was coached by Felipe George, and now that he's being coached by Eric Charles. You can see the obvious difference. The same players, the same set of players, but you see different approach, different tactics, a different mindset, and a different mentality. So these are the things that I think they're just in advantage to the United States. and the fact also that we are playing in presence of their home fans. They are the host nation, co-hosted by Canada and Mexico, and this was just a very big one for them. Kudos to the team.
Okay, kudos to them actually. Apart from the three host nation, Canada, I think Canada was the one that just dropped points. They do 1-1. We know Mexico did the 2-0 against South Africa, and United States now it's 4-1 against Paraguay. But Ope, are you there with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ope, with Balogun brace at the first half of the game. Is that a morale booster going way forward?
So what you say?
I said Balogun's brace. Balogun scored twice yesterday. Is that a morale booster going forward in this tournament? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Or can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, so not just because he was not just because of the quality of players he has because first let's look at that to make it fail. They have to add to what now. They have an team of they have marketing and social like three players. Having and Siva, they are very expensive. Adams is actually very best marketing. He can win balls, he can do passes, he can make catches from the pass too. But looking at their standards for the that to score a place but actually first player this year's tournament so I'm going to put because yes the area of this morning was sponsorship right not obviously this that yes we were here for it so I think like the next up from this it's good to be helpful for the sport but not forget that he was injured yesterday because of the line on the field he goes to the rest of the push out of that it's good to be because his quality is not as high as that of people. But look at what you potential. He needs to approach everything as it comes. You shouldn't try to do it because yes, people focus and there will be something that you don't have to focus. You have to export people or you don't export people because when it comes like to play as a knockout, you know how to do it. But what's the potential? The other avoiding mistake is something that push. I'm not saying it's not that's that way, but that's but when it comes to that means not get more because you just form something that you like to response. So as it needs to be do what that will do.
Okay, one sec. Let me go to Ibadan before I come back to Lagos before I come back to the studio with Josiah here. Toby, do you think Arena stoppage won that strike? Can we say that is a level of concern for the Americans defensively? Toby, are you there? Can you hear me now, Toby?
I can hear the question.
Okay, I said Rena's thunder strike. Yes, Paraguay's Rena thunder strike yesterday at the stoppage time. Can we say they should have the Americans should have a concern defensively because you cannot take your eyes off the pedal. Let's assume that was 1-0 and that happened. It means that of course they do that game, or that was even goalless draw and that happened. Taking your eyes off the pedal at that point, I don't think that's something they should worry about.
If you go from Rio de Janeiro, it's actually a contender for the goal of the tournament right now because it was a super strike outside of his push. And let's not forget, Rena has been in Europe for like since he was 16 years of age, I think. And this is a different United States football team. Gone are the days that their first 11 are from the MLS League, which we all knew was the Farmers League. Sorry to say that. And right now, out of the first 11 players that started yesterday, 9 is actually playing in Europe. And like 7 were bred in top academies in Europe. Like Politics and was being bred in Arsenal Academy. He was the top talent for Arsenal, but he's moving to Monaco. And he has been performing well. Kudos to him. Rena has been at that for
okay.
the kudos to appreciate, kind of strategy that he used. And yesterday, Christian Pulisic turned to Prime Neymar Jr. He was everywhere, dribbling to big players, creating chances after chances. And I think anything faces this United States, and on their own top, we have something to work home about because they are really a strong team.
Okay, that's what Toby said. Say that you have something to worry about. But let's come over to the studio, Josiah. We saw Paraguay conceding 4 goals yesterday. Can we say they should have defensive worries? I'm talking about the Paraguayans.
Toby just gave you some highlights of what makes the American team a very formidable team and a very fit team. First of all, I'd like to tell you that there was a party yesterday. Just to tell you the kind of gingerization, the ginger they...
You know the Americans, they always wear swag.
They had a party yesterday for their fans at 9 p.m. just at the free panel. They have that stadium they used yesterday has one of the biggest screen of in terms of viewership. You can imagine how many people are going to throng that thing. Then psychologically, he said something about the player who actually played in Arsenal. The owner of that arena, the 70,000 capacity arena where this game is being played for United States, is being owned by the owner of Arsenal. So maybe that guy that what's his name again? That was an Arsenal player also feels that he is at home with his pitch that his owner owns. Those are little bit of fundamental lay you have to lay to see how actually Paraguayans were being humiliated yesterday. They were playing at a home soil that the players are very comfortable with. The Americans are not contenders per se, but for now they are going just like their women who are number 1 in football also. They have won the World Cup for women. So the same thing. The development of their football is making them to be confident that they can also take the world and also win the World Cup. So they have appeared 11 times in the World Cup. So don't think that they'll just be coming and they'll be the same. So there will be a transition. Now, the new coach that they brought that he talked about, he has experience and he also knows the kind of football he's looking for. The Americans are not playing the kind of football that the likes of Dempsey played and Donovan Bailey played in those 2010. This is a new structured American football team, and they are playing fluid football. You can see the youngsters; they are very, very tactical. They have skills and they are talented. You want to win a World Cup? Play like the Spaniard and play like the French people. If you play like these Paraguayans who are very rough, they don't know. Like when you watch some of this their league in Argentina, you will see Independiente and the rest of them and all those teams. They are very rough, and even though you are skillful, they come for your leg. But if you know how to play good skill football with the tactical discipline of the coach, you are going to win. So it's not as if the Americans alone and the World Cup whatever was their advantage. They also played football yesterday. I did give it to the Americans for a very good show.
Okay. Well said, Josiah. As we try to wrap up, we have just 6 minutes left. Quickly, let's talk about Paraguay. Do you think they can bounce back from this? Quickly.
I always tell you that football is 70% psychological. This is a big blow to them psychologically. 4-1. This is so far in the tournament. This is the biggest defeat, conceding 4 goals in the first game of the tournament. But it is not the end of the world. They still have 2 more games to go. It's not going to be an easy ride for them. But I think they should be able to bounce back at least. This is a huge one. I mean, now they are already 3 goals on a -3 goal difference, and they have to have any opportunity at all. They just have to try to recover. They have to pay back the debt of 3 goals before anything else. In case it matters to come down to goal difference as the criteria for qualification. So it's going to be a very huge task for Paraguay. I don't think they saw that coming at all. 4 goals. But it's not something that is impossible. But in my personal opinion, if I'll be very candid with you, I don't think it's something they will be able to recover from because there's no guarantee that they can win the remaining 2 games that they have left in that group. So for me, I think it's the beginning of the end for Paraguay.
Okay, one second. Let's go to Ibadan. Okay, quickly in 1 minute. Do you think Paraguay can come back from this 4-1 defeat? Quickly in 1 minute.
Well, you know, they are going to travel their possible to come back. But looking at it, and if they could root to the country like the United States of America, I think it is going to be a nice game for the third. I don't see it for that.
Okay, Toby, what about you? Quickly in 30 seconds.
I don't think it's the end for them because that case is attacking show United States players, and I don't think they are bad defensively because that was not the case. And people forget that the best of is top 4 are actually going to the next round.
Yeah.
So how are they out to only beat 1 match out of 3 matches when top 3 can actually
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well said, Toby. Finally, prediction for I want you to predict Brazil because I know I don't know. I'm always focusing on it because you know it's like you are giving me. Should I say is it a vision? You see the vision I just said. Prediction against Brazil and Morocco.
3-1.
3-1 in favor of Brazil.
Yeah.
The in Bacataba Sports, Brazil Morocco. Who do you think is going to what is the scoreline? Yes. 2-0. Make I dey put am down. Okay. Okay. Oh, no wahala. Okay. What is your prediction? Brazil Morocco.
Morocco, I think we can create more victory for Brazil or 1-1.
2-1 or 1-1. Toby Baba, your prediction. Toby, Brazil, Morocco, your prediction.
It should be 1-1 draw, it should draw. It should be a straight draw.
1-1 draw. We not really get my for this.
If Morocco cannot beat Senegal,
We not really get my for this. You people believe in Morocco.
if Morocco cannot beat Senegal at the Nations Cup, clearly they have a very defect. They have a deficiency in that thing. And I know that Brazil is hungry to come back to win this championship after 5 times.
Yes.
And they've been dealt a lot of blows. They're not coming to become a Neil Smith.
The last time they got to the finals of this competition was 2002.
That's
Korea, Japan. Yeah, when they won.
And so they've been wounded. And they are coming. They're not coming here to go back.
That's a lot of. That's like 24 years ago.
They need to go back to their old samba football. They shot and all the defensively they do.
All right. And that's all we have time for on today's edition of the P&B World Cup show. A big thank you to our guests Josiah Delight Amedu Erujan, Oluwatobi Loba Bodunde, and Opeyemi for sharing their insight and analysis. Thank you so much, gentlemen. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is only just getting started, and the drama, excitement, and unforgettable moments are already unfolding. We will continue to bring you the biggest stories, watch reviews, and previews throughout the tournament. I'm Abel Sunday. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the football, and we will see you on our next time on the P&B.